Hey, I'm actually doing a Peter-Appleseed video today. Notice I don't go on that channel very much because people don't even go over there to view anything. It's just strange. All my channels are suppressed, even this one. But at least somehow people just come back because they remember to. By the way, this is a good question. How do you get to my channel? Do you go to your subscription list? Do you get an email notification? How do you do it? And the subject today is going to be about food because it's on a lot of people's minds. I've been having a lot of conversations, and most recently, someone that I've known for over a year now, we've been talking, was asking me about sugar, and yesterday I had many conversations with a friend of mine who runs a bakery down in Miami. And if you do a search on the Peter-Appleseed channel, or just do a general YouTube search under Peter-Appleseed Bakery, you'll see there's a dozen or more videos which are filmed on location there. Now, this is a functioning bakery. They were running it while I was there helping them, and they're still running it today. So I think that's, gosh, 4 years or more that they've been doing it, and it's basically the best bread in the world. Since I've had it and I've traveled, I couldn't find anything else that's comparable. So I know. And if you've never had it, then you have to take my word for it, basically. But here's the point. We're going to talk about sugar and then segue into talking about grains, and especially wheat. By the way, I'm just snacking on, see, olives. Just basic. There's not much of a process to it. They're not perfect because this particular product wasn't organically farmed, but olives are not as intensive as a lot of other things. Like, there's actually a list, if you look it up on Google or web search, 10 crops you should never eat non-organic. That's a double negative, but and then also the opposite list is 10 crops it's safe to eat non-organic. I also just harvested this from my yard. The kids brought it in, and we get that like about every day. There's a few of these. We have the yellow ones, which are the lemons, and then the green ones we have are, oh, I can do exercise with it. The green ones are the limes. They're pretty similar, but slight difference in the flavor and the effect. Now, let's talk about sugar, and this is going to be real quick because I'm going to ask you to do your own research, but I'm going to throw the basics out there. Sugar, as we've come to know it, the term refers to a chemical product that is a foodstuff. It's actually an additive, and it is factory produced. It's taken from many different types of sources, like sugar beet, sugar cane are the most major ones. But it goes through this really intensive process, and it goes through physical changes, chemical changes, basically to come up with a.
I saw one of the big lizards. I saw.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'm being interrupted again.
Yeah.
Was it a was it an iguana?
I think it was.
Oh.
I think it was that.
Well, those are good because they'll actually eat the excess flies and the and the different things that we don't want around.
I just saw a lizard.
Flies are
I didn't
basically
know what it
useless.
was. I didn't know what it was. I said it was. I thought it was a butterfly.
Well, you left all the doors open. Got a chicken came in. Please get the chicken out and don't interrupt me again. That chicken really wants to lay an egg in here. It's over in that corner behind the furniture, behind that lamp.
She wants to lay eggs.
Yeah, maybe she wants to sit on the eggs now, but I don't know. Okay, so that's the thing about sugar, is that it's a very unnatural product. It's gone across the line to where it's become something like the white cocaine, the codeine, the morphine. It's just become something that the body is not able to deal with without a major problem. Now, a lot of you are saying, well, I eat sugar and my body does all right by it. But actually, the problem is that your body is covering up the symptoms, and it can only do that for so long. The symptoms will start to pop up. Let's just use one example so we can segue into talking about grains, and this is the key factor here. Tooth decay. Even saying it is feels difficult on my mouth. Tooth decay. Does anybody hate going to the dentist? Yeah, nah. I shouldn't even be saying that, but that's a subject that needs to be dealt with, and I'm going to tackle that eventually. But notice how I have made very few videos about teeth or dentistry. But I want to show you my my pearly yellows. Yeah, I think if you notice, you look very carefully, there's a few missing ones. So it's pretty embarrassing at the point where, I think about myself in years going by that there was a tooth there, and now you don't know what you've got till it's gone. And I have to appreciate, God created us, or look at it just, our natural biological form, usually gives us that full mouth of teeth. I started going off the bandwagon from what is normal and natural when I had my wisdom teeth removed unnecessarily. Okay, so do some research on that, and if you're young and you still have your wisdom teeth, don't have them taken out. Just when you get all that pain and it's pushing your teeth around, there's a reason, because it knows that another tooth is ready to go and it's pushing in. Sharks have hundreds and thousands of teeth, and they know they really know how to use their teeth. Humans don't seem to know how to use their teeth. They know how to decay them. Now, let's talk about why it happens. Sugar is a hard substance. It's able to break down the enamel, okay? Because it's such a crystal, hardened form that cannot be broken down. On top of that, it's feeding the bacteria and the microorganisms that are going to go in. Once there's a hole, there's a abscess or a cavity, and those things are going to go in, and they're going to harbor themselves, colonizing around your inner tooth. The dentin and the root. It's going to go in there, underneath the enamel, and make a home for themselves. So you go in there with a microscope, you'll see an entire world. And I'm telling you, pretty much anybody, unless you're obsessed with dentists and you haven't gone in and put most of your fortune into dental work, most people, and I'm talking about the majority, yes, you out there, and if you've got perfect teeth, write to me, and hey, I stand to be corrected, but I don't have perfect teeth. But you know what? I'm thankful for what I've still got. And in order to appreciate it and prevent any further damage, I'm trying to cut out all sugar. And that's hard to do, because if you notice, you're an ingredient reader, you're a foodie out there. Foodies know this. The supermarket has about 97 to 98% of sugar infested product. Go figure. It's actually what sells products. That's just something from my tool. That's from the caulking. The caulking gun. Remember the caulking gun?
Yeah.
Caulk?
Yeah.
The caulk that I use to fill in the cracks and fill in the... Remember around the door, and when I had to put in the barbed wire and all that stuff?
Yeah.
And then I filled in the holes like around the crevices. Can you stop interrupting me? Go back outside to the playground. Now, here's a segue in. Thanks for your patience. I really appreciate that. And that's another thing. Like I don't have like this top-rate professional studio with tons and tons of people around, but I give you the valuable information, and I give it to you not out of context. I give it to you from my real life. And by the way, God, I was supposed to put on this shirt. I just noticed it. See, the video is like a mirror. I love it. Hey, everybody, who invented the camera? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I give it to you the real way, in the context of how it happens, and I want that. I'm not trying to like weed that out or give you some superficial fake, scoop of my life. Do I look like Anderson Cooper to you? The thing is, if my kids are there, they're there. And if the person viewing can't like zone that out or see it in perspective and deal with it, then you know what? They're not going to be able to deal with what I have to say in the first place. So get rid of them! Okay, so back to the serious scientific approach. The segue from sugar into grain goes like this. And this you've waited the whole video for this. This is actually the most important part. Grain, and for the most part wheat products in the United States and anywhere that's been influenced by the United States, is as bad and possibly worse for your health and your teeth. Let me repeat that in a more simple form. The stuff that they're using in bread and wheat products in the United States is just as bad or worse for your health as the white sugar in all the U.S. contaminated food market, agriculture, Food and Drug Administration. Oh, did you finish all your olives? They did finish all their olives. Wow, the kids love it. Okay, now I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to talk to the people. So you need to be silent. Don't say no. Don't say no. That's rude. These people are listening. Okay, we're going to address this after I turn off the video. Yeah. That's called discipline and respect. You need to understand technology, and you have seen what it is all about. No, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Right now you can wait. It's called patience. Just like they have patience, you have patience. This is a lesson in patience. And I have to learn patience too. So having said that, with that very shocking revelation, you need to do the research. The wheat that they are using in bread, Wonder Bread, need I say any more? McDonald's hamburger buns, need I say any more? Twinkies is also a wheat product. Ring dings, crocodiles, ho-hos, or whatever else you don't want to eat ever again. Now, reason being is because the process that goes into the wheat, the grain. Now, grain, as it is, when it grows out of the ground and it gets harvested, that stuff is great, the whole grain. But the key is about grain, freshness. Organic, yes. I mean, as a general rule, organic. Don't use any chemicals, pesticides, or, anything artificial fertilizers in the growing process. Organic. But furthermore, just as important is freshness. So, from the time that the grain is milled into flour, and then baked into something, or even at a low temperature, to the point where the consumer eats it, you're talking about a maximum of a day, possibly 2 days. Everything gets depleted. And in fact, not only is it depleted, or less nutrition, less value for you to even eat, not only that, but the additional burden of the disease that it's causing in human bodies. The disease. It causes more disease than sugar. It causes just as much tooth decay. I was shocked because I didn't realize it. I was always looking at, your basic stereotypical information that sugar, is the main culprit. But in fact, bread is a major enemy. Bread. In fact, it leads to several things right now, and I'm very sad to tell you this. This is very serious. I'm not even joking around now. It leads to aging, obesity, lack of energy, and in a major mental way, it leads to depression. And not only that, I've mentioned tooth decay, but it will lead to insanity. I know it just sounds shocking and unbelievable, but the more you eat these food products with white flour, the wheat that's been depleted, even though they say they enrich it and they add fiber and they do all this and that, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't do anything. It can't be digested. It can't replace what was normally there in the day that it was milled. The day that it was turned into flour, it's gone. And it can never be replaced. So all that stuff, the breakfast cereals that people eat, fortified! Yeah, this right here is fortified because of what I ate. That's fortified. You can't get that in a cardboard box with a big flashy picture, fortified. You can't. That's fortified. That's from 30 years or more of taking care of this damaged body. And I've got to keep it. This is the only one that I have, as far as I know. Do I have another one in the closet somewhere? Do I have a clone? Do I have an android body that I can just step into and be like, plastic does not eat. Plastic eats plastic. Oh, pour some petroleum in. Vaseline jelly. Yeah, good. Plastic is superior. No, I don't have one of those bodies. I'm organic. I'm a human. See, when you pinch me, I hurt. When you poke me with this sharp objects, I bleed. So, that's real blood in there, and that's the stuff I'm going to keep where it needs to be. I'm going to make this into the improved, repaired body back to when I was 18. Well, when I was 18, I didn't have a great year, but that's another story. Maybe 17, something like that. 19, I don't know. But back to when you're young and you're robust youth. Don't you want that? We don't know what we've got until it's gone. So I'm talking very serious. If you don't want to go insane, you don't want to die of cancer, heart disease, constipation. Did I forget to mention constipation? Folks, go with the organic, grow your own, do whatever you can. I say this because out of love. We need to educate ourselves, get smart, think about it. I'm telling you the truth, and thanks for listening. My heart goes out to everybody who's trying, and I know it's very difficult. There's a chicken in the corner again. There's a chicken by the lamp over there. Hey, life goes on. Keep learning. Share, like, and make sure you're subscribed because YouTube is flawed. You know that.